What's going on, everyone? My name is D. Anthony. In this video, I am going to give beginner traders or traders who are struggling to find consistency probably the only strategy that you need. Now, we hear it every day. We see it on Twitter. We see it on YouTube. We see it on TikTok. We see it on Instagram. Use this strategy, use this formula, use this concept, blah, blah, blah. A lot of this stuff is recycled. A lot of this stuff is rehashed. A lot of this stuff is just mumbo jumbo. Even what I'm going to show you here today is not revolutionary. Okay. I don't claim to have made anything up. I don't claim to have a secret strategy. But what I claim to do is try to identify certain levels in the market each and every single day, and I try to trade around specific levels. Now, this is not the only strategy that I use, but it's a very, very simple one. And it's going to require just a couple of different indicators. It might actually just require you to actually draw on your chart, kind of mark some specific levels out, but it's very, very simple. Okay. So you're going to notice a couple of things on my chart. You're going to notice this green line. This is your daily 5 simple moving average. Okay. Now, I use the daily 5 as my sentiment for the next trading day. So every single day when the market is over, I ask myself, did we hold? Did we lose? Are we above? Are we below the 5 simple moving average on a daily time frame? Okay. So what I have here is an indicator, and I chart on Thinkorswim. I have a portfolio with Thinkorswim. I trade options, equities on Thinkorswim, been using them for over 12 years. I do all of my executions through Apex, through TraderVate. So I've got 2 screens, I've got multiple monitors. Do you need multiple monitors? Absolutely not. You could do it all on one monitor. You can do it on a laptop. Hell, you can do it on a phone if you want to. But I don't recommend that, but you can. What you're going to need to do is have that daily 5 on your chart. Okay. Now, whether you want to run a split screen and just put the daily 5 SMA on there, or whether you want to use the indicator where you can add the daily moving averages, where it's just going to give you basically a standard line. And regardless of the time frame, it's going to show up on your screen. I like that better. That way I don't have to go back to the daily. I don't have to look at the daily intraday. I can just look to the screen and I can see, okay, this is where my daily 5 is at. So that's step 1. Are we above or below coming into the trading day, that simple 5 moving average? In today's example, today is Friday. Today is the 8th, 2026 of May. And what we're looking at here is we are clearly very much so trading over the daily 5. So regardless of what anyone thinks, including myself, do I think the market needs a pullback? Do I think we need a pause? Do I think we need a break a little bit here, find some support and give us some better entries? Absolutely. Am I going to fight the technicals? Absolutely not. Okay. We trade the technicals until the technicals fail. Very, very simple. So coming into today, we need to be long-sided bias. Okay. Now, if you look at yesterday's price action, notice the spike here, and we're looking at a 30-minute time frame because I want to kind of give you guys some bigger candlesticks. That way we're not looking at a gajillion candlesticks. But if you look at yesterday, we had about an hour and a half of spike, and then we kind of lost that level here, lost that 30-minute opening range to the downside. But notice the double bottom here, once intraday and once after hours. Boom, bounce, boom, double bottom here, and basically grinded higher all through Asian, all through Asia, all through London session, and then all through New York session. Now, doesn't matter why we went up, okay? A lot of times newer traders, they try to figure out, why is the market going up? Why is the market going up? What's the news? What's the headline? Guys, every single day there's a headline. Every single day there's a piece of news. Every single day there's data. Every single day there's a report out. If you steady focus on every single bit and piece of news, yeah, can you get a little bit of a lean? Can you get a little bit of a bias? Absolutely. But you can tend to entangle yourself in a lot of mumbo jumbo that has nothing to do with what's going on in front of you, and that's the price action. Okay. Price action rules everything. Regardless if the news is interpreted, the numbers, the data is interpreted as good or bad, the price action is going to show you. So clearly we've got a double bottom here. We've risen through the night and into the open, and we have that, that bullish bias, that momentum to the upside. Okay. What's the strategy? Strategy is simply marking out previous day high. Okay. And a lot of you guys are going to call, this very basic, but I don't really give a shit. It works, right? It's very simple, especially if you're struggling. The problem with a lot of traders who are struggling is they cannot not find a way to sit on their effing hands and wait for a legitimate setup. Why? Some days we trade inside the previous day's range. What does that mean? No trade for you. What are you going to do? You're going to go sit and cry about it? You're going to click buttons for the sake of clicking buttons? No. If you pick your spots, even if you're trading prop firms, by the way, guys, Apex 90% off, use code DAnthony. If you're trading prop firms, you get into this mentality where you've essentially got unlimited buying power. You've essentially got as many accounts as you want. A lot of you guys are trading 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 accounts over multiple different firms. Essentially, you have all of this power to enter and exit. I will be completely honest with you because I trade a portfolio. I trade live capital. I trade my own capital. I trade about $100,000 of my own capital, or I trade things like Tesla, Nvidia, QQQs. And I will tell you this, I am not looking to take a fucking dozen trades. Okay. I'm not looking to take a million trades up, down, each and every single day. I'm trying to find key areas where I can enter, take one good trade that essentially could make my week. Okay. So the same rules are going to apply for prop firms. Okay. And more days than not, you're going to get multiple days throughout the week where you can trade this simple setup. All it's going to require you to do is mark out the previous day high and the previous day low. And the second thing or first thing, depending on what you want to do, you're going to look to that daily 5 simple moving average. Okay. So we're trading above the 5 simple moving average. So what I'm going to focus on is longs. I'm not going to focus on the short side because we are above the 5-day moving average. So that automatically eliminates me trying to look at shorts. Okay. We're a long ways away from the previous day low. We're much closer to opening up towards this previous day high. And we're above the daily 5. So that tells me I should be long. What you're looking for is a break and retest over previous day high. You are looking for a break and retest below previous day low. Now, break and retest come in different forms. Sometimes you come back to the level exactly, stay above it, and push higher. Sometimes you come back to the level, lose that level, and then reclaim it, and then push higher. Some days you break the level, consolidate sideways, maybe a flag pattern, maybe just some consolidation chop, and then you put in a big candle spike to the upside. So now that you've got previous day high marked out, previous day low marked out, you've got your personal bias going here above the daily 5, so we're long. Now you get into those smaller time frames, okay? So now that we've got that, you can choose 1 minute, 2 minute, 5 minute. I definitely recommend the 1 or the 5 minute, depending on your attitude, depending on your tempo, depending on your comfortability level is going to be dependent, and also more importantly depending on your risk. Obviously risk will be less on the 1 minute time frame because the ranges are smaller, using average true range as a stop loss, average true range as a gauge for taking profits. 5 minute you're going to have a bigger range, so naturally you're going to have a bigger stop loss, which means bigger losses, but it also could mean bigger wins. So it's all going to be dependent on how loose you are and how much you want to risk. That's all personal appetite. Okay. I personally like using the 5. Sometimes I switch between the 1 and the 5. If there's no setup on the 5 that I'm looking for, I'll go down to the 1 minute and see if I can find a little bit of a better entry. Let's start with the 5 and let's kind of look at what happens here. Okay. So remember, there's going to be 3 ways that we can enter this trade. We need a break and full retest that holds. Okay. We need a break, consolidation, and push, or we need a break, loss of the level, and then reclaim. 3 ways to do it. Okay. Now, this can happen within inside 5-10 minutes. This can happen an hour, 2 hours later. Okay. So if you notice, right off of the bell, we break previous day high. Simple. Okay. Now we're ready to go. Now we need to see that next step happen. We need to see that retest. The retest actually happens within the next 10 minutes here. Notice the next candle kind of doesn't really do anything, kind of puts in a little bit of a high, puts in a little bit of a low. Could you jump in there? Sure. You know, I would like to see one more candle because this could just be nothing more than a reversal candle that kind of closes back below the range. But as soon as the following candle at 6:40 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, so 9:40 Eastern, as soon as this candle wicks below that previous day high and then closes above it, I want to get into this trade now. Now, 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 now. I want to get into the trade now. If this candle here at 640, 940, depending on what time frame you're in, time zone, if this candle closed below that previous day high, no trade. I'm not just going to get long just because we broke the previous day high. And what happens to a lot of traders is sometimes you guys take these trades, that first attempt of breaking through, and what tends to happen, next candle kind of pulls back, you're in the trade, and then it closes below and you get stopped out only to see 20, 30 minutes later it's pushed up higher, right? How many times has it happened to you? So you want to give yourself as much time to let this trade develop as possible. The longer, the better. The more candles you see, the better. And the more experience you have taking these trades, you're going to see them a lot more clear. So again, this is all going to be dependent. Now, there's no exact level here. There's no exact price where you need to be in at exactly 28,965.83. Okay? No. It's a feel. Remember, you're trading the NASDAQ. This thing's going to whip up and down. Okay? It's going to be a zone, it's going to be an area of interest, and it's going to be a set of things that happen that are going to put you into this trade. So what needs to happen? Well, we need to break previous day high in the New York session. That happens 5 minutes off the bell. We need to see one of three things happen. We need to see a break consolidation and then push higher. We need to see a break loss of that level and then reclaim. And all that means is that if we break a previous day high level and you have the next candle or two or three or four or five close below the previous day high, what you're waiting for is for a following candle to reclose, meaning reclaim back over that previous day high. Then you're going to go, okay? Or you're waiting for a quick back test where you kind of touch this level, but you never close below it and then start to push higher, okay? And again, it doesn't have to happen this quick. It could have happened an hour later. It could have happened 30 minutes after. It could have happened at the end of the day, power hour. You don't know. In today's particular example, it took 10 minutes. We closed over the previous day high. Next candle kind of consolidates. I'm going to wait one more candle, see if it wants to pull back and close below. If it does, trades are off until we reclaim. But if we hold and we close back above, I need to get into this trade. Stop losses. Everyone likes to talk stop losses. Very, very simple. Stop loss goes below the previous 5-minute candle. Very, very simple. Goes below the previous 5-minute candle, or it goes below the previous day high. Either or. So again, adjust the number of contracts you're trading and adjust the risk you're putting on the table due to how much size you have to, or how many points you have to endure. So in this particular case, if we're looking to get into this trade somewhere in the vicinity of 28,998, well, we know that the previous day high is 28,950. So that's about a 40, 50 point stop loss. Okay. Let's tighten that up a little bit, right? If you look at the ATR here is sitting at about 37 points. Okay. At that particular moment, ATR just means average true range. Okay. Average true range. You can put it on any time frame. I leave standard settings, ATR 14 Wilders. I don't change anything there. Again, the ATR during this specific moment in time was 37 points. Okay, maybe that's still too much for you, right? You want to trade big size. You want to get in there. You don't want to risk 37 points. Cut the ATR in half. You're going to need to at least give up 15 to 20 points on this particular trade. Why? It's off the open. A lot of volatility, a lot of momentum. Ranges are expanding. If this was towards the end of the day, then yeah, you're looking at ATRs of 17 points, 18 points. You can use a 10 or 15 point stop loss. But off the open, you gotta let these trades breathe. I think a lot of times, especially because we're trading so high right now, traders are not giving enough time to breathe. Okay. You're not giving it enough time to breathe. You're wanting it to work right now. And if it doesn't and it pulls back just a little bit, you're getting out of trade. And then you're looking back later and you're seeing that we have pushed higher. Okay. So this strategy, mark out the previous day high, mark out the previous day low. Very, very simple. Use your daily 5 SMA, whether you want to have a split screen and look at it on another screen, or you want to add the indicator for daily SMAs. Doesn't matter. Are we trading over or under that daily 5? That's going to give you your bias. So automatically us trading over the daily 5, that's telling us we're looking for the high side to break out here because we are pushing higher. We're looking for the high side to break out. Once we break out of that high side, we're looking for three things. We're looking for a break and retest, which we got today. Break, retest, hold, never closes below that level, push up higher, get in somewhere here. Get in somewhere in this candle, okay? Somewhere in this candle. Once you see we're going to close. Now, I would recommend waiting probably to the last 10 or 15 seconds of this candle to close. That way you know for sure it's closing over that previous day high level, okay? Don't take it right away in the first minute only to see by the time we close 4 minutes later it's all the way down here. Okay, wait till the last 10-15 seconds, throw your money, dive into this candle here, that's your confirmation candle, and then give it a candle or two, right? But in this particular case, this candle shoots up 78 points. I think everyone here watching this video would have been more than happy taking 20, 30, 40, 50 points on the way up. Hell, I'm happy taking 5, 10, 15 points on the way up here. Done. Day's done, right? Trading enough size, trading the right kind of size, one or two mini contracts. It's a $200-300 winner right there. Just trading one or two, three minis. Actually, I'm not even going to say three minis. That's way too much for most beginners. Trading one mini contract, taking 10 points is $200. That's sufficient enough for any prop firm to call it a winning day. All you need to do is stack about 10 to 15 of those days, in my opinion, over the next 30 days, and you're well on your way to passing that evaluation. You're well on your way to getting that payout. Very simple. How much are you going to lose? You're going to probably lose $200-300. You're going to probably lose $400 on a trade here and there, depending on what size you're trading, right? But this is about a one-to-one strategy, right? If we're going to risk 15 points, then maybe we set a 15, 20 point stop loss, 15, 20 point take profit. If we're trading on the micro side of things, I would definitely scale out in batches. So if we're going to give up 15, 20 points, maybe I take one contract off at 10 points, another contract off at 20 points. I move my stop loss to break even, and then I just hold it. How good are you at holding? I'm not that good at it. I would never claim to be, but essentially, you could have put a stop loss at break even and you never would have got tagged. In fact, you would have probably made between 29,000 all the way up to 29,300, over 300 points. Again, I'm not going to sit here and say that all of us can do that. I know that I can't do that, and I would never lie to anybody and say, yeah, this was so easy. Just get into it and hold it. It's never that easy once you're in the trade. I understand that. I go over that with people each and every single day inside of Evolution Traders. That's my online trading community. That's my personal Discord where traders come in there and they learn, they trade with other traders, and we have a good time at the end of the day. So tight knit group, very small group, 10, 15 people max. 5 of us actively trade every day. So if you're interested in a smaller sized group, a smaller community, hop on over. It might be a good fit for you. But again, hopefully you can take something away from this strategy. I do have to put out a disclaimer. You will not get a setup every day. Some days are inside days where we don't really confirm and take out the previous day high or low. It's kind of a choppy day. But who wants to trade a choppy day anyways, right? Because it always seems like you get 1, 2, 3 winning days, and then here comes that choppy day and you give back all your profits and blow your account, right? So, if anything, it's probably best for you just to stay away. Remember, guys, this is not a 9 to 5. Day trading is not a 9 to 5. We do not get paid for the amount of hours that we sit here. We get paid for the good decisions that we make in the market. Make sure to give me a thumbs up on this video, guys. Leave me a comment. Let me know if you guys will trade this. Let me know if you guys will use this break and retest on the previous day high or low. But the kicker here is using that daily 5 SMA to give you your bias, okay? A lot of times traders will kind of look at this and they're wanting to short into that previous day high, or they will look to wait for a little bit of a pop, 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 pop to the upside, and then they'll start shorting here on every red candle, only to continue to get stopped out. And then, oh no, here we go, we're breaking structure, and then you guys get short, and then you get stopped out. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I'll catch all of you guys on the next one. Again, my name is D. Anthony with Evolution Traders. If you guys want to join Evolution Traders, that link is down in the description box below. If you guys need prop firm evaluations, I trade with Apex. I like them. You can get up to 20 accounts. You can get end of day drawdown. You can get trailing drawdown. Very, very cheap. 20 accounts. Use discount code DAnthony. It helps support the channel, guys. More so than anything, it helps support the channel. I will see all of you guys on the next one.